And you're funny.
And you're very funny as well.
You're funny and you're fine.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you got a tag hanging in your dress. Gonna do some business.
It won't work. We can't work with Jakarta.
What is this akata?
Like American cotton picker.
Between trust and deception.
Melo's not that easy to handle. He's gonna see through this.
Ted, go now. Trying to save the brother's life, man.
Now the rules are being changed.
All I need you to do is just cut me out of low space to operate.
I'm afraid of you.
Melissa, you gotta believe me. Everything in my life is about to change.
A man looking for a way out.
I'm not scared, man. I just see something you don't. That's it.
Don't matter where you go, what you do, or what you know, you still a nigga.
Ballroom Melo's out of control. He's gotta be stopped.
Well, good morning, everybody. Today is the day. Today you have to have your masks on. You have to have your masks on inside. So, let's go back to, let's take a few steps back, and I know that all these travel restrictions are going on, and, France is up in arms, and hopefully everything smooths out. But I wanted to bring up this topic real quick, besides all that nonsense bullshit that's going on. So, it's funny because you forget that there's a virus going on, right? You have all this stuff going on with gender and people's pronoun usage and, the racism that's still going on. And I guess no one's really protesting for BLM anymore. And, shit isn't as crazy as it was. No one's marching in our streets anymore. Now everyone's marching and raging all over the world. Back when this whole thing started, right, in June, May, March of last year in 2020, when the virus hit, personally, I didn't really give a shit. I was like, oh my God, but I wasn't about to wear a mask and stuff, I get acne real easily, and just like bullshit reasoning of mine where I was like, I don't want to wear a mask, I'm not going to wear one all the time, especially not when I'm at home or doing things on my own. If I'm around a bunch of people, like in the store, I guess I'll put one on, but like when I'm outside, I feel like I just wasn't going to wear one. That was the stance I had. So I did things like this. So apparently I couldn't use this damn Fleetwood Mac song that's playing in the background. But still, this was me back in June 2020. It was around my birthday when all this shit was really popping off. And I was just like, you know what? I don't give a shit about any of this. And I'm just going to have a good time and dance around, because I forgot what was going on that day, but it was definitely something good and worth dancing for. But hey, no one called the cops on me, so, But then, on Juneteenth, there was so many motherfuckers, like, smoking joints and shit in, like, random places, like, around all these random people, like, look at this Juneteenth, nigga, we can smoke weed, I'm black, and it's just like, bro, come on, bro, nigga, come on. That's not what you do. It's not how you do it. It's not what you're supposed to do. It's not how you do it. It's not the same. And this was pretty much done around June 2020. So everything was already, shit was already going on, and people were already telling me you're not black because you're not protesting for the BLM, and you're not this and you're not that, and you're an asshole for not wearing your mask and all this bullshit. So, I was getting all kinds of hate here and there, and it was great because I was like, all right, I really don't care, but I thought we was all friends. But so that was me in front of a Walmart dancing like a fool and like trying to get people to like, loosen up a bit because everyone was all tensed up and shit, and I'm trying to be, I'm a black dude dancing in front of Walmart listening to Fleetwood Mac. Come on, I'm just trying to spread the love, you know what I mean? You can go your own way, like it's okay, but we're all still here together, we still got to make the best of while we're here. So at this point, there had already been, the Trump shit was going on and all that shit was going on, so everyone was already like, it was bad. But in my time of being out in front of Walmart and like talking to employees and people, and like, you know, some people weren't wearing their masks, some people were, many people were, you know, but again, this was last year, you know, in the thick of it, and no one called the cops on me. I'm a black man, right? No one called the cops on me. No one like came out and was like, sir, you need to like leave, you know, like I had no altercations with anybody, and I was out there for like a while. I was actually waiting for my girl to pick me up, but I mean, I was out there for like a minute at first, not wearing a mask. Like I would ask people that were coming in and out of, like, you know, I'd ask them questions about, man, are you like feeling safe? Or like, do you really hate black people? Or like, do you really hate white people? Like, I'd be asking them all these crazy ass questions, because I was just like, there's no way that the whole world is on this level of like, fuck everything, you know, like, and but then also we need to like protect everything. Like, how are you going to say like, fuck the government, fuck the people, and then like listen to the government of like, hey, there's this crazy virus going around. You need to put your mask on and do exactly what we say to survive, when in the same breath, they're like, we're systemically racist, because that's what we're fighting them for. That's why we were doing all those protests and stuff. But then the minute something happened where it affected all of us, we were like, all right, government, what do you need us to do? Shit, my bad, we're wrong. Everybody chill for 1 sec, just chill. What do we need to do? Wear masks and close down the shops. Everybody stand. Everybody's got standos. Shut down everything. Wear your mask, right? And if any of you fucking don't do that, y'all shitty motherfucking human beings. But we got this protest going on later on this evening, so everybody make sure you're outside and you're making sure that we show them we're power to the people. Like, it's like, what? You know? But anyway, so like I'm saying, I didn't have the cops called on me or anything, and I was out there for a minute. So now in 2021, I see these people talking about like, oh, you know, the cops were called on me and I was just chilling, or I was here and there doing this, and the fucking cops came and I was like, what the fuck, nigga? What the fuck? Like, and then all I see is the responses of like, oh, fucking, we're racist, and like, what was that establishment? And I fucking knew it, and I'm gonna go talk to them, and like, just so much bullshit, right? So it's like, okay, first of all, if all this systemic racism stuff is going on, obviously those employees do not work at these establishments probably anymore. We already have all this racism training going on and all this bullshit that they're trying to put into just the curriculum of starting your job wherever you're at, your training. They're putting in all this anti-racism stuff. So anybody who's racist at heart probably wouldn't want to work there, because they would be like, fuck that, I want to be racist. I'm going to go work at Applebee's. Fuck if I know, Applebee's isn't racist. I love going there, and they love it when I go there, because I always get the drinks, because usually we just go there to eat and have some drinks, because it's cheap. It's really good. It's like Chili's, you know. But I'm getting so off that, because it's just so funny. They're already receiving anti-racism training, so I feel like it wouldn't have been like, most employees aren't going to be calling the cops on people anymore. There's just no way. It's going to be people, like normal people that are just walking around, seeing things, freaking out for no fucking reason, calling the cops. I feel like most places, I've never had the cops called on me for doing something outside of like shit, running up to someone because I thought whatever they were wearing was cool, or I don't know, their car looked awesome, and I ran up wanting to take a photo of it. And since they're there, I'm like, hey, instead of me like, you know, taking photos of your car, since you're here, may I take photos of your car? Like, you know, it's just funny when people are saying all this shit that the cops are being called, and people are like, you know, calling the cops on them, or they're getting mag dogged. It's like, yeah, but what are you doing? You know, as a black person, what are you doing that is instigating the cops being called? Because if you were just doing nothing, why would the cops be called? I was dancing in front of a Walmart acting a fool, and the cops were not called. So it's like, you know, it depends on the context. I mean, well, you have to include the context of what were you doing? Did you mad dog anybody? Were you upset? Were you going to return something, and so you were just already mad at the item, so you just were like, it was a fucked up day, and you just had this aura around you that you were upset, which made some poor little old person freaked out, and so they called the cops. I mean, it's like, fuck, man, I could bring up so many scenarios now that we're in 2021, and we have all this like backlogged racism hate that we're just flooding into present day, and it's just like, you know, we've all been through so many things where it's like, if depending on how you live your life, you will have more altercations with negative law enforcement, you know, than you would good. Like, you know, you can get in as many car accidents as you want and always have the cops there and always have them be helping you out. But then the minute you actually, you know, have the cops called or something happens and you end up having an altercation with them, and that's negative, then yeah, of course it could be a bad, you know, situation that just so happened to be in. And I've been pulled over many times in my driving, in my, you know, life, my driving life. I've had many cars, and, you know, I have had many things wrong with those cars, but I've also had really nice cars where I've had the cops, you know, pull me over for both reasons, whether it be your taillights out, your muffler's too fucking loud. But, you know, I've always liked, all right, you know, like, I'm very, like, you know, chill about shit like that, and I don't really let it get to me. I'm like, all right, yeah, I mean, it is kind of fucking loud. I'll go ahead and change that, officer, even though I'm probably not going to. Or like, yeah, my taillight's out. I'll go ahead and buy that tomorrow. I should have bought it a month ago, but y'all hadn't got me till now. You know, like, I don't know. But again, the scenes from the beginning of this video were from Sugar Hill, right, with Wesley Snipes, one of my favorite Wesley Snipes films from back in the day. But I remember watching that. Like, I was like into Steven Seagal movies and stuff, into like fighting films and like all that stuff. But I remember watching like Blade and The Matrix and being into those. So I would watch like, oh, what was this guy in Wesley Snipes? And then this movie came up, and I mean, it was just really cool and interesting. But that movie, like, you know, could never be made today. Like, what? This movie's about a black man who shot this fool who, I think, potentially like killed his dad he shot him as a kid. So he went G, right? Killed his dad, killed the guy who killed his dad, got into the drug game. But then now he's a man and he wants to get out of that drug game. You know, he wants to have a family. He wants to be there. He wants to chill. And his brother or his homie, I forget if it's like his brother or his homie, they're like, y'all, nah, nigga, you gotta like, you know, you gotta fucking stay in the game, bro. Yeah, you're always gonna be a nigga, man. You gotta stay in the game. You gotta help me make money. And he's just like, nah, nigga, I wanna have a family. I got this beautiful girl. I'm about to play Blade soon, because I think this was before Blade. So he's like, you know, I'm about to be like, you know, the first ever MCU black guy. So I got shit to do. I can't just be selling drugs to everybody. You know, but shit goes down and everyone's trying to kill him because he's trying to like just back out of this game and shit and like fucking not be a part of this shit anymore and like help the young kids and just like, you know, end the drug cartel, you know, end the drug business. You know, it's just funny that, you know, I guess we could have a movie like that, but it'd be all like, I don't know what, the drug dealers all gonna be white dudes and like, you know, Mexican guys instead of like black dudes, like, you know, because that's racist now. But I don't know. So I just find it funny, you know, and all the black people out there, you know, I love all you guys. You know, I have nothing against black people, of course. Fucking, I'm black, nigga. Come on now. My name is Craig. Again, I ain't got to lie, man. I ain't got to lie. I got a whole trequel +1, right, of movies after me, man. I ain't tripping. But at the same time, I'm also not tripping about other bullshit because I'm trying to just live my life and stuff. But it's just funny when I see shit like that because it's like, all right, you know what? If no one's gonna bend the knee against you, of like, well, wait, if the cops got called, nigga, what were you doing? And then you're gonna be like, nah, fuck you, dog. You don't even know. Fuck you. It's like, all right, well, shit, dog. Like, I guess you were just standing there with the same attitude you got now, and someone just didn't like it, and they called the cops on your ass. Like, what else can you say? You know? Yeah, I guess once a nigga, always a nigga. I'm a nigga for sure. But, I don't know, sometimes I just don't. I just hide that shit because I have no reason to get all worked up over bullshit sometimes. But it's good to go, you know, full black once in a while because I can do it and I have that card to play, I guess. But, again, it just trips me out. The world's going insane. Like I said, everyone make sure you wear your masks. You gotta wear your masks indoors now. So we'll see how long this lasts, and hopefully, I guess it doesn't last long, because if this is where the ball ends, or if this is where if this is the edge, and they're like, all right, just wear your mask when you go indoors from now on to the end of time. Wear your mask and all inside. It's like, shit. I don't know. We all need help, man. We're all gonna need help. Because a lot of people are going to go fucking nuts over this shit. And, you know, we're all here on this rotating dirt mound. We got to make the best of it. And we got to be here for our fellow man. And it's Sunday today, you know, it's the Lord's Day. So, you know, everybody be good to your fellow neighbors today. At least today, be good to your fellow neighbors. This has been the Craig Lawrence Experience. Thank you for watching. leave a like, comment. All you brothers out there, just let this shit go. Let last year go and just live your lives. Be there for your families. Get your life straight, and just, you know. Hell, we made movies back in the 90s about this shit, about gangsters and shit, and wanted to live a normal life, and you know, we act like we've never had black representation, and it's like this film was in the 90s, and there's a lot more where that came from, and there's a lot more where that it spawned. So, yeah. Y'all have a nice one, man. Fuck, I need help.
Maybe I should see a shrink.